I just want to raise the issue in relation to mortgages and payment breaks, and while we're supporting the Labour Party motion today, I know that it doesn't deal with the issue of payment breaks. It talks instead of penalties as opposed to interest, and on mortgage arrears as opposed to payment breaks, because in payment breaks obviously you aren't accruing mortgage arrears, but I think the spirit is in that line, given for what Deputy Nash had said, and I welcome the fact that this is now getting more and more coverage. Before me, Ken Corlia, I have a letter from Permanent TSB. It's to a customer of theirs who availed of a 3-month payment break. The cost in their mortgage, the cost of credit, will increase by over €7,700 as a result of that 3-month break. If he goes for an extension to 6 months, it will skyrocket further. And this isn't the first time I put this on the agenda of this House. I raised this with the Minister for Finance back in April. I have produced legislation and given it to the Minister for Finance 3 weeks ago in relation to this. And yesterday was not the first time that we learned, maybe others, it was the first time that they learned that this is not the way that it has to be done in this state, because we knew from the Central Bank in correspondence with myself that you do not have to charge interest rates, that loans will not go into default, that it will not trigger a credit mechanism, because we can see what happened in Spain in the end of March. We can see what Germany did. We can see what Belgium did, where they were able to protect their citizens from the attacks on banks in terms of charging interest rates. So this is the time for government to stand up, particularly with banks that we own, and lay down the line that they will not be allowed to profit on the back of this pandemic at a time when government rightly had to close down our economy to keep our people safe. It is not acceptable for banks to say this is the time for us to feather our nest, to fill our pockets, to charge more for people like this, €7,700 extra, because their income was slashed during this pandemic, and a state-owned bank turns around and sees it as an opportunity. It's time for the government, every single minister, cabinet responsibility, to stand up and do the right thing.